What's going on, everybody? So today's video will be a assassin cyborg build, because I want to say a few days ago, or when I post this, maybe a week now, they buffed cyborg just a little bit to where once you have 4 cyborg heroes, every cyborg hero will get an extra 4,500 hit points, whereas before it was 4,000. So it's not all that crazy of a difference, but this was just a really good game, and I feel like you guys will enjoy this. And since there was an update on it, it's definitely a reason for a video. So at the start, we started with some cyborg heroes, started with some sabers, and just picked up the Jawhead. And in this first few rounds of rolling, we were able to pick up a bunch of assassins there, which is really good. And you're going to see how tanky and thick this build is late game. And I like this build. I know that a lot of people do the 4 tanks, 6 assassins. I like this build because you don't have to rely on assassin synergy. Since Saber is a cyborg hero, you can put in the 3 other cyborg heroes every game and be able to complete the 6 assassin 4 cyborg heroes. And it's just going to make all of your assassins have 2,000 more hit points. It's going to make the whole team tankier and pretty cool to play with, just seeing these assassins have this high hit points. So one thing I would definitely say be looking out for at the start is just go ahead and swoop a Lolita, just in case you get an assassin synergy like I got there, because now the Lolita has room to be added with the Johnson. And as you can see, we're getting pretty lucky on the rolls. Got an assassin synergy too. So this is definitely going to be one of those games where we just really get things going and moving quickly. I am using Remy also, I forgot to mention that. Using the skill where he will sacrifice a bit of hit points to get a certain amount of gold. And I've been using him a lot lately, just because he's pretty entertaining to use. And it depends on how you play. Like if you like to risk hit points for synergies, items, and stuff like that, he is a really good commander. And if you're pretty confident in your builds to where you know you can scale and risk those hit points, it's super fun commander to use. It makes you scale very, very well at the start. So we see these sabers that are just last man standing with this cyborg bonus. Even that 2-star Martis, when he used his skill there, was not able to kill him because of the cyborg bonus. And yeah, just super great hero early game cyborg units. You can see we're skipping over all the tanks. Even though we have the assassin synergy, we have the option to go 4 tanks here. I think I went into this game wanting to do the cyborg build, and I don't regret it at all. Most of the time, like I said, I will do it over the 4 tanks. It's just more reliable in my opinion. So we're going to go ahead and just swoop those Jawheads for now, just in case in the next shop we find a bunch more of them, because they were popping up a lot. And right now already we have a 3-star Saber, and all we need is 1 more assassin. And it works pretty well just having Jawhead in the front, being able to be your front line, tank out the heroes for a little bit while the assassins are able to do their work. And I know that I have talked about this a little bit before, but positioning wise, this is really how you want to do your assassins. Have them in the back and have your frontline hero as far back as you can also. So I don't put him on the very, very back line because that's where all my assassins are going to go. But having him in that second row as opposed to right up front is just going to make the other team have to come to you. And it's going to make them kind of spread out a little bit in the back, really allow your assassins to take out the back line, which is absolutely what you want when doing assassins. So we get the Natalia here. We use the Remy skill, gives us extra gold. I mean, we were just rolling in gold with the win streak and this commander. So I think we take out these assassins pretty easily here. And we have the Natalia, probably one of the most core assassins, especially after that nerf to Ling. And I've really noticed that Ling is just, he's not as strong now at all. Like before they nerfed him, I was always debateful like whether to put my items on Ling or put my items on Natalia. And now I would say no question, put the items on Natalia as soon as you get her to 2-star. She's not only going to dish out some pretty good damage, but she's going to be that hero that just silences the team, stays alive at the very end, and finishes everything off. So here I think, yeah, we're just going to wait a round here and upgrade. And pretty sure I'm going to throw in that Lolita, or no, excuse me, I don't have a Karina yet. So the reason why I picked Lolita as my tank is because she is an elf hero. So Selena, Karina, and her 3 elf heroes will give us that bonus, and it's just going to make Karina and Selena do a little bit more damage. So as soon as we find a Karina too, we're going to put her where Selena is position-wise. So that way, if Franco hooks anything, once we go up against a Northern Vale team, it will be hooking the Karina. Because that way she can be hooked, she can proc her skill and make the whole team focus on her for a little bit. Now the item that I have there on Saber that takes away the hero's level works really, really good for assassins. I would say it works best for like assassins or a Dragon Altar Wan, just because of the attack speed will give you a higher chance to take the other hero's level. So now we are really just looking for a Bruno and a Karina. And I think we actually open up the build here to get even more options since we get another assassin synergy. So now I'm kind of thinking in my head here, well, I got another synergy, why not? Now I can add a Yuzong and make the Selena a little bit stronger, but also have a Cyborg Assassin Yuzong, which is pretty cool. So I end up just skipping over that Ling, not going to have room for him to be able to fit my 3 elf heroes in. Still have 2 tank shield and a 4 cyborg bonus, so I just don't even get him. He's not terribly strong anyways. Like, don't get me wrong, he is still a strong assassin. It's just I'm picking synergies over him right now. Okay, we find the Bruno, and also one thing I forgot to mention, guys, when doing the cyborg build, you want to wait till you have it completed to put your Johnson in, because as soon as you put Johnson in, it's going to make it so the other team doesn't come to you anymore, because Johnson is just going to go straight to them. So it's going to make it so the assassins have a little bit harder time getting to the back line, but obviously the hit points bonus on everybody makes it worth it. But just make sure you're putting him in at the last step, so that way your team is still, they're still coming to him. And as soon as I put him in, I moved Jawhead up to the very front line, because now it doesn't matter. They're not going to be coming to him anyways. Might as well put him up front, so whatever front line the other team has is focusing on him. Now all we need is the Yuzhong. There's definitely an option to pick him up right then, but I went for the hit points helmet instead. And that's what I do a lot now, guys, is I will get the items instead of the heroes unless I'm really, really needing that hero. I will just wait until I get it. And we have a Karina now. I think I'm just... Actually, I have her in the spot she is at now because we have the 2 tanks in. So we're going to put all the heroes together, switch up the positioning, so that way every single assassin can get that tank bonus also, that shield. So not only do they all have a boost in hit points, but they have initial shield now. And since we were very lucky on the synergies, we still have room for this Yuzhong. And as soon as we find him, I'm going to switch over my items to Selena. But until we find him, actually it looks like I switch over here. Sorry about that, guys. Switch the items over there, because I know that I'm going to find him soon. And this is what we were talking about with the Natalia being the last one standing. One that just cleans up and does her job so well. She's really the hero that is going to make you get those W's. Now we're getting a lot of Selenas, a lot of Jawheads. Definitely some potential to get some good 3 stars at the end here. Now at this point I think I'm really hoping for a clone, because there's not really any more synergies that I could need. So looks like I think I did pick up the clone. Don't want to speak too soon because I don't remember. Yes, I did. So get the clone, get the Yuzhong, take out that Gujin. Don't really need him because I already sold the Lancelot, so there's no Empire synergy. Now I switch over all my items just onto Selena. I put one more item on her to make sure that she is just stacked. And 3-star Gato we're going against, but have that Natalia cleaning up with this extra cyborg damage. Their burst is not able to take us out. Now, one away from the 3-star Selena, end up getting her here. And this is actually going to be really cool at the very end with the transformation buff or whatever it's called on her. She's going to get huge. So it'll be pretty cool. I'll probably put that as the thumbnail, just her being huge at the very, very end. See how much damage she is doing, and there she is. Now she's just huge. Got some crazy hair just popping up. And I think the other team actually takes them out here. And yep, that'll be it, guys. So Cyborg, very strong, very reliable build as far as assassins are concerned.